Hey, what's up, guys? Sean Gribbins, real estate agent here. Sean sells Denver. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I'm here to talk to you guys today about really what it's like being a real estate agent, and I'm going to give you guys some good tips on how to be a successful real estate agent. Especially if you're new getting into the business, this will be a really great video for you. A lot of new agents struggle with really knowing what to do, where to find clients, things they should be doing really. I see a lot of new agents who get stuck in this circle of going to classes and trying to learn absolutely everything about the business, and not actually practicing buying and selling real estate, which is what's going to get you good and better at the businesses, physically being in, buying and selling houses, and working for clients. So I've put together some tips. I've got them written down right here that I think will benefit you guys. When I got into the business, I kind of had to figure things out on my own. I had a good mentor, but a lot of stuff I figured out on my own. So anyways, guys, thanks for joining. Without further ado, here's 10 tips. So really the first tip, guys, is I would give new agents is you need to get in the business. You need to stop being afraid of picking up the phone. You need to stop being afraid of letting people know that you're a real estate agent. If you want to be a professional, and I'm not talking a part-time agent, because you cannot be successful being a part-time agent in this business. Let's define the word professional. A professional is someone who shows up every single day and practices one thing, and that is their job. They're a professional at that. So in order to be a professional, that means you got to show up every day, full-time, more than 40 hours a week. Usually we're real estate agents. I'll be answering phone calls at 10 o'clock at night if I have to. That's just part of the job. So really, guys, can't be part-time. That's my first tip. If you're going to do this, go all in. I see so many agents who are part-time who sell 2 to 3 houses a year. I get contracts from them and it's awful, okay? So anyways, guys, that's my first tip. Get in the business. Go full in. Go full in, because once you're full in, you're committed, you can become ruthless, and that's what will get you listings and dominate. So second tip, guys, is stop focusing on learning about contracts. Stop focusing on those things. Your focus shouldn't be on those things. Those should obviously be things you're learning, but your focus should be on selling. We are salespeople. So your focus should be on finding clients who will either buy with you or finding clients who will sell with you. Now, that should be your focus. Every day you should be doing lead generation activities to meet new people, because the way it works as a real estate agent is you're going to bring someone into your system of buying and selling their house, and it's just like going through any other buying or selling process. There's things that they have to do and there's things that you have to do. So really what you should be focusing on is bringing more people into your system. Once you start bringing people into your system, once you start closing deals, once you start working with buyers, once you start listing homes, then you can really practice on working in those contracts. You can really practice your different skills, your negotiation skills and stuff like that. But right now, guys, you need to be able to practice those skills and learn how to sell real estate by finding clients. And you can't practice doing real estate without clients. It's just simple as it gets. So master the most hard part of the business, which is finding clients. If you can master that, then the rest of the stuff is really easy and simple to understand with learning. So guys, that's my biggest tip I'd say of all today, is stop focusing on learning all these other aspects of the business and focus on meeting more people who want to buy and sell real estate. My next tip would be to get known. People can't buy and sell real estate with you if they don't know who you are. So how do you do that? Well, you get known. There's all kinds of different ways of doing that. We call that marketing. We call that branding. You got to get known. And a lot of people and a lot of agents will go to their sphere of influence, which is an awesome, first starter way. If you are, kind of in that age where all your friends are graduating college, a lot of them are starting to get married and buy a house, man, great time to get your license, great time to get your foot in the door and get in the business, because you can really leverage those friendships, with their other groups of friends and things like that. And you can kind of work your way through their groups of friends. And, once you start working with clients, if you've got a great follow-up system and you've got things that, keep you in touch with your clients on a regular basis, you'll start getting referrals and you'll be working with people that will end up being lifelong clients. So they'll buy a house from you now. They may buy their first house and then 3 or 4 years later they'll move on to their next house, and after that they'll move on to their next house. The average amount of time that someone lives in their house is 7 years. So if you think about that, guys, just in 20 years you can get potentially 3 sales off someone, right? A buy for their first house, we can get the sale for that house, then we can get another buy and possibly another sale. So that's 3 to 4 possible opportunities right there, just from one person. And that doesn't even include the referrals that you may be able to get off of that person too. So continuing on down the list, guys, here, I would also say really the next thing, I've got 2 that go together, is you need to learn how to work scripts. So you need to learn scripts. You need to know exactly the things to be saying, because that's 90% of it, guys, is the way you talk to people, how you talk to them, and the message that you're providing them with. So a script is a great tool essentially that you can use to learn the things that you need to be saying. And the next thing that kind of ties in with the scripts is you need to know how to handle objections. A lot of people are going to throw objections your way in this business. Like I said earlier, we're salespeople. We're not selling cars, so it's not some quick scheme gimmick thing. We're 100% legit. We're licensed people. We only do stuff legit, but you got to know how to handle objections. That's part of selling. You have to know how to sell. And that means that, when someone says to you, this house is too much, or we can't afford that, or why should I pay you full commission when there's other agents who are offering 1%? Well, you have to know how to respond to those things, because those are all people that you could convert to clients and get deals off of. And if you don't know how to respond to those, or if you just go, oh, okay, you're not interested, all right, see ya, you are going to be burning through a hell of a lot of people trying to find deals. And that's not what we want to do as real estate agents. We want to spend most of our time buying and selling property for our people. Now, in order to do that, we got to find people to buy and sell with. So knowing how to handle those objections, knowing how to work scripts is huge, right? And then the last thing I would say is you guys got to know how to work leads. Your sphere of influence can only go so far. So for example, for me, I was, I'm almost 23 right now. I'll be 23 in August. Today it's July. And, I started with not really knowing too many people who would buy and sell through me. I mean, friends' parents were kind of like, hey, you're still pretty young when you were licensed at 19. Now things have changed over the next course of years, and I've actually sold several of my friends' parents' homes and purchased them new homes if they were looking, and it's been great. So, you got to get known. That goes in with getting known, but really, guys, if you can work leads and you can learn scripts and you can learn how to sell and you can learn how to master objections, then really the world is your oyster. So those are the top tips I would give you guys being a new real estate agent is focus on finding clients to buy or sell with you, because that's where your money is coming from. You need to be saying, who's got my money? Who's got my money? So be finding buyers and sellers, and then you can worry about practicing real estate and getting better at negotiations and getting better at contracts later on down the line when you have 20, 30 clients that are, wanting to buy or sell through you every year. Then it makes it a lot easier to learn the business. So those are my suggestions to you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I like to post out all kinds of new real estate information all the time. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.